guess I'll take off in this direction though, then. Well, I'll nose it over in this direction then. Ready? This time we go inverted. Here's inverted. I'm hovering it. Oh god. I hovered it inverted. Oh, bro, you have a gyro. You're not supposed to be doing loops. So, now we're going to do a physical comparison of an Ishin plane and an XK plane. These are both micro warbirds. So first we're going to compare the wingspan. So this one has a wingspan of around 380 millimeters, which is the smallest plane I've ever owned, and the Ishin plane has a wingspan of 400 millimeters, which is much better. So next we're going to do a throttle test to see how powerful they are. So there's the Ishin, and now we have the XK. That's kind of disappointing. So now we're going to do an aesthetics test. This one, you might have a different opinion than me, but I do not like yellow and black generally. It's fine on like a Piper Cub, but on a Warbird, I would rather have something more like the Ishin colors. There's more detail, as you can see here, but also there's better colors. Okay, now we're going to do a control surfaces test, and as you can see, the P40 does have smaller control surfaces, but they do move more than the Trojan's control surfaces. So that is definitely a disadvantage for the Trojan. Finally, we're going to do probably the most... What is the Trojan doing? This is a full battery. It's not out of battery anything, it's just... Okay, so now we're going to do a landing gear test. So we're going to have the same person do the test, so we're sure that there's being the same amount of pressure on each one. We're going to start with the P40. So, yeah, it's like not budging at all. It's really stiff. Now, we're going to do the Trojan, which is still wiggling. Oh, yes. Now you see. This is not good. Oh, it's not bouncing back either. It's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, so next, we got a controller comparison. First, we're going to show you the Ishin controller. You got the power switch, a little bit of jiggle, not much, but a little bit. You got metal grips, elevator, aileron, rudder, throttle. You got an aerobatics button, so if you press this button and then go like this, your plane will do a barrel roll, and if you press this button and then pull up, it'll do a loop. I think that's really cool for beginners who want to show off to their friends, which is what I was a couple years ago. Then you also got 3 difficulty modes. You got beginner with full gyro. It will not let you roll more than a few degrees, but it still has really sharp turning. And then you have middle mode, where it lets you bank more, almost a 90-degree bank, and it also lets you do loops. And then you got expert mode, which is just gyro off. Really squirrely, because it's tiny, but it will fly inverted, and it will do rolls. So next, we got the XK controller. First of all, watch this. It doesn't stand up. Also, negative jiggle. There's like 0 jiggle on those sticks. There is trim, obviously. Power switch. This is high rates mode. Don't know why you would want it on low rates mode. Then you got the gyro on and off button. It's fine. There's no middle mode though, but I usually don't use the middle mode with the Ishin ones either. Has plastic grips. Don't like that. Actually, I got an XK plane before on purpose, though, and the control sticks broke off. Here's the XK controller that I had before, where all the pieces broke off. As you can see, no control sticks. Came off mid-flight, and the plane crashed, obviously. I did not have the gyro on. I usually don't fly bigger planes with gyro on. So, this stick just broke off, so all I had was throttle and rudder, and the plane went into the ground, and I had to spend like $15 fixing it. Not fun. Don't know why they just don't make them metal. So this one is about, I'd say, like, at least 10 times better than this thing. It's still wiggling its ailerons. Don't know what it's doing. And this will only cost you $10 more. And Ishin makes other planes, such as this Corsair, which I've crashed this too many times for it to look good anymore. This costs $3 more than that thing. It's not a hard choice. I'm not sponsored. I wish I was sponsored. I'm not. Goodbye.